Hey, do you carry anger, grief, or resentment against someone or a certain situation? Then you should definitely watch my video about forgiveness. My name is Suzanne and I'm here for you as a CEO or a company leader to help you have an easier and more joyful life. A stressless one, basically. So why should you even worry about forgiving, if you want to become a stressless CEO or a joyful one? Well, you might not feel anger or resentment as stress, or you might not name it that way, but still anger and resentment, which you carry inside of yourself, is a heavy emotion. You might have heard about the consciousness scale from Hawkins, where he classifies all the different kinds of emotions, and if you have anger and grief and resentment and tristesse, sadness, it's all in the lower parts of the scale. It has a heavy frequency, a low frequency, it's a low vibe emotion. Whereas when you feel at ease and joyful and peaceful, it is a high vibration. You can just Google Hawkins scale of consciousness, something like that, and you will find further information about that. And so the thing is, forgiving is what you just do it for yourself. You don't do it for the other person or for whoever, you do it for yourself, because if you keep carrying anger, grief and resentment within yourself, you weigh yourself down, you lower your frequency, your vibe. You don't allow yourself to feel joyful because you still walk around with all that anger which you haven't been ready to release yet. Now, it is a little bit of a tricky thing, I know that, because sometimes we consciously decide in our minds, yes, I'm going to forgive this person and I'm fine with it, I'm at peace with it. And
Rien, rien de rien, non, je ne regrette rien.
it's a decision that we take in our mind, a conscious decision. Well, not every time that we consciously decide to do that, that also means that we have been forgiving already. It is one thing to have the conscious decision, but the other thing is the emotions that you still carry within yourself. And I invite you to be honest to yourself about that. And if you notice within yourself that sometimes you still, your mind still goes back to that situation, and when you think about it, you still feel a little bit of heaviness here, and you don't really, maybe you're also even trying to avoid thinking about this because you took a conscious decision and you decided to move on to something else. Well, if you decide to move on to something else, you're not giving your energy to that thing or that person anymore. Well, yes, it helps for the moment. Yeah, it helps. But if you notice within yourself that it keeps coming up, then you can be sure that you have not yet finished your process of forgiving. You have taken a conscious decision in your mind, but you did not walk all the way through the forgiving process, because the forgiving itself, it really means that you release all the anger, all the frustration, all the resentment, and that you truly feel at peace with yourself and the other person and the situation between the two of you. It's more an energy that feels at least neutral, or even joyful, relaxed. And this is so very important. It's a very precious gift that you can make to yourself, really, because by releasing all these negative vibrations or energies or emotions, you at the same time you level up and you make space for feeling joyful again, which is so very important if you want to be a stressless CEO who easily attracts also success. Because you probably have heard about that, well, spiritual wisdom, that we always attract what we are. I've been talking about that in other videos as well. And we do not attract what we want. Well, we want a certain success. It doesn't mean that we attract the success, but we attract what we are, spiritual speaking. It means if you feel as joyful as you would feel when you had already reached your success, and you already feel it now, then that's what you keep attracting towards you. That's magnetism. But this is a completely different story or topic, and I want to save this for another video, I think. For now,
Need somebody, you might need somebody too.
Forgiveness, well, if you feel like you want some guidance or some help or consultation about how do I release all of that stuff, how do I get rid of my anger, my resentment and my grief, I do offer some spiritual guidance for you as well. And if you want to learn more about that, just check the link in the comment box below. There you'll find a link to my website, and on the website I've described what I can do for you and how I can help you and what I can offer you. Bye for now.